too can play your game, Bigfoot Sasquatch. What am I doing? I'm getting some revenge for one. And number two, I'm sending a message. What message is that? Let me explain. So as you can see behind me, there's a firewood pile that the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that may or may not live in the woods behind our home knocked down about 3 weeks ago. I did not bother to restack it, only for him, her, it, or they to knock it down again. Last year, once we began being visited by these creatures who we believe stayed and never left, they did not continue on their migratory route south. They did not go further north when the rest of their clan came back up from the south last spring. They're still here. What we did is we played defense. We basically observed. Well, this year we're up in the stakes. So we're being proactive, and I'm implementing a very good offense. And I'm doing it by sending a message with Bigfoot Sasquatch blinds. Come with me and I'll explain, and let me show you what he, she, it, or they did just 2 nights ago. Okay, so I didn't restack this because my beautiful bride dearly, aka Giggly Girl, and my son worked very hard to stack that once. We weren't going to do it again just to let him knock it over a second time. Well, I guess he, she, it, or they got tired of waiting, so 2 nights ago they did this. Let me show you. I'm going to flip the phone around to give you a better view. Okay, so these rows are about 12 feet wide, so the beast knocked over the back part of 6 feet, about half of it, okay? About as much space as the creature would take up to hide behind this pile of wood. Now, if you'll notice, and that's my shadow there, they knocked the wood towards the house, okay? Here's the pile that he, she, it, or they knocked over just 2 nights ago. Same as the original pile from 3 weeks ago. They sit back here. Maybe it's one, maybe it's several. A lot of folks seem to think we've got a few juveniles hanging around here. They sit back here. They watch, I believe, at night, because we discovered these piles in the morning, and allegedly, potentially, Bigfoot Sasquatch is nocturnal. So they watch at night. When they're finished, they knock the wood towards the house to say, hey, guess what? We've been here watching you sleep. So what am I doing? I'm sending the same message. Okay, you saw at the beginning of the video, I pushed over Bigfoot Sasquatch blind. I hope you noticed the direction in which I pushed that wood. I pushed it towards the forest, right up here, where these creatures, I believe, live, potentially. And I want to point something else out on the way up. Everybody's like, why don't you have trail cams up? We do. We've got them everywhere. Here's one, and this one is aiming right at our wood piles. Put it up a little late. I mean, we've got about 8 of these scattered around everywhere, and I'll move them around. And what is so odd about the trail cams is I'll put them in places of heavy activity, and then once, make sure to get my 6. Watch this tree line back here. Once we move a trail cam into an area of heavy activity, the heavy activity in that area ceases. As a matter of fact, pretty much all the activity in that area ceases. So if I leave that trail cam right there in that little yellow tulip poplar tree that I just showed you, get my 6, because this is a recent, this has always been an area of heavy activity, and we don't have any trail cams over here right now, and it's for a reason. But as long as I keep that trail cam in that poplar tree down there, I suspect, just upon the activity of the past year, we're probably not going to have any more firewood piles pushed over. But I believe if I move it, we will. So what I'm doing is I'm going around the perimeter of the property, and I'm sticking up little firewood piles, i.e. Bigfoot Sasquatch blinds. Let's look back in those woods there. Watch for movement. So supposedly, as I mentioned before, potentially Bigfoot Sasquatch is nocturnal. They're watching me at night. Well, guess what? Bigfoot Sasquatch, this guy is diurnal. Yeah, diurnal. That means I'm active during the day. So while you're back here behind your little X's, you're sticking up everywhere, trying to sleep, I'm going to be behind my blinds watching you. Wait a minute. Wow. I thought I saw it going that way. Did you guys catch that? You might want to rewind and catch that. I saw something dart through the forest that way, so I walked back thinking it might be a tree stump, and had it been, we would have seen it going in reverse, but we saw it dart again. Is there something over there, guys? All right, so anyway, oh, yep, we've got company. Oh. Well, it's okay because I'm trying to send this message anyway, but look, here's another blind, okay? So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate the strategy of hiding behind the Bigfoot Sasquatch blind. Now, this isn't a very big blind because I'm not a very big guy. I'm not as big as Bigfoot Sasquatch. I'm about half his, her, it, or their size. But what I do is I'm going to simply hide behind this blind, and I'm going to stare into their sleeping quarters all day. And then when I'm done, I will push the wood pile, just like I did the first wood pile at the beginning of the video, toward their home as my way of saying, hey you, I'm watching you too. And here's my message to let you know I was here. I'm going to push the wood towards them. Wait a minute. Are you guys seeing that back there? You know, people are always saying, why don't you just walk right up to it and see what it is? It's broad daylight now. It's the middle of the afternoon, and I'm not scared. So let's go. We'll push this over later. We're going to leave it standing for now. We'll come back to it. Because instead of making a point to somebody that might be out here watching anyway, I'd rather just walk right up to them and see if we can get them on film. I mean, that is inevitably the goal. Originally, it wasn't. And I mean, I'm giving them refuge here. I will not allow any hunting here. We don't allow hunting of any of the animals here. The deer, the squirrels, the turkeys. We have turkeys that come around a couple times a year. Coyotes. This summer was the first year. Where'd it go? Oh, did you see it? Wait. This summer was the first year we actually heard bobcats screaming twice. Well, 2 different nights. Twice one night and then once one other night. So let's keep our eyes peeled. Something zapped me. You guys probably saw the light. I don't see the light. Everybody's like, what's up with that light? Every time it happens, you get sick. All I know is I feel lightheaded and dizzy. And almost like something shocked my brain. I hear something like movement up there. What's that? You see that? Let's keep going. You know, with these leaves coming off, now that it's fall, as of the recording of this video, it's late October, we're getting a lot better visibility. So it's going to be a lot harder for them to hide and stay hidden. Yeah, I was talking like Mr. Tough Guy because, well, I thought I heard a growl. I was talking like Mr. Tough Guy because it's the middle of the afternoon, but it's feeling really creepy right here. Did you hear something right back here off to my right? Guys, I switched directions. I was going to go to the top of the hill, but I feel like I'm getting flanked. It's like I heard a huff, and then I detected movement back here. Wow, look at this pine tree. Check this out. That's a perfectly healthy pine tree, and it's bent over. Like something huge stepped on it or something. My spidey senses are tingling. Something moved down here behind me. Guys, I was going to go to the top of the hill, but I think there's more than one out here. It's like when I left my AO, my area of operations, something started coming down here from the south. Did you see that? I'm getting flanked again. I'm surrounded. Maybe that was the one that came down here when I was heading up. Guys, I'm getting out of here. We're gonna go knock our wood pile over to let them know we were watching, but I'm just not feeling right about this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, am I blind? Something knocked my blind down. Oh, ugh. And look at the direction in which the wood has fallen. The wood was pushed that way towards my house. We were hiding here with the intentions of pushing the wood that way towards Bigfoot Sasquatch home. What's that? Ah! Well played, Bigfoot Sasquatch. Well played.